And he made that context comment, dude. If I was in a room with SNEAKO, Hitler, and Stalin, and somebody gave me a gun with 2 bullets, I would shoot myself in the head twice. That's how retarded that statement was. I couldn't believe.
What an atheist thing to say, to just immediately want to quit. Like that was actually a really telling moment on the panel. If you guys didn't watch the show, there's a moment where Nick Fuentes goes on this amazing rant, or this amazing speech. Basically, he was inspiring about how important family is and how important it is to believe in God. I don't know if you remember that, but he was just basically saying that that's our purpose and that's the most important thing. And everybody kind of perked up and listened, and he was just saying that that's what motivates you, and having a higher belief in something, that's what carries him through life. And everyone's like, yeah, everybody agrees. And then immediately, like, you see somebody like Destiny always talking about suicide, always frustrated. And while he's giving that speech, he's kind of like hunched over and like a little like autistic, looking at his phone and like swiping on Grindr, like it's just the proof. In that speech, you can see the difference between having faith and then believing in nothing and swiping on Grindr and playing StarCraft and looking at Subway Surfers at the same time and tweaking out on Adderall. Like, which one to choose, the red pill or the blue pill? Do you want to be tweaking forever? You always want to be yelling and complaining and ditching your son to play StarCraft? Or do you want to believe in something bigger? Watch The Sound of Freedom? Yeah, I want to see The Sound of Freedom.
To just regain my mental, all this ego shit, like every single thing he said is just like so retarded. And it's not even the problem, even with like what SNEAKO says, isn't that he's retarded. It's that he's like fake as fuck and performative too. Like anybody that like, how many times do you want to keep saying like your leftist ideology? And it's like, bro, can you like take out the fucking solid state drive? Can we like turn the programming off for like 1 sentence? I feel like somebody wrote you a 24-line Python script to deliver every single piece.
No, that's not true, because every single part of leftist ideology, when it starts from communism, I didn't even get to finish that point. Communism was created by a certain group of people. Transgenderism was created by a certain group of people. Porn is pushed by a certain group of people, and this sexual degeneracy, which Destiny follows. Everything that he promotes and everything that we argue about, it all goes down to a certain group of people that has created it. And he's like, oh, you're like, oh my God, you're repeating the same things just because you know it's true.
Piece of thing that you could possibly say in this conversation.
Fresh and Fit get their shit new.
Can I at least get like the
race realism stuff is becoming part of their brand?
Can I at least get like the Chat GPT version of SNEAKO instead of like the, you know, the high school's first programming project? The smugness with the yeah, I think it's that. It's the combination of like being smug and being an absolute, I don't want to say bot.
Hey, this fucking guy, and we were talking about this last night, Zherka. Fuck, Destiny gets on his high ground and talks about how we're smug and says that we can't get into good relationships. Like, oh my, none of you are gonna get a good relationship. Okay, real talk, if you're gonna be getting your high ground about this, Destiny, you fucking abandoned your child to go play StarCraft in Miami. You left your kid back in Nebraska. Nebraska Steve left his kid, and you talk about how red pillars are misogynist and have bad relationships. Where's your kid right now? Like, no, real talk. Like, I'm tired of you saying like, oh, the smugness of being of thinking that you're morally better than us, that we can't have a good relationship, but you're the one who's actually made a woman a single mom. You are the only one who's made a girl a single mom. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Talking about smug? That's smug shit to feel like you're better than anybody. Where's your kid? Nebraska rat, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting upset.
Nebraska, you called this kid a rat?
Bro, he's here saying like we're smug and all this stuff and saying.
So hold on, if someone says, hey, you're smug, you immediately call their child a rat.
No. He's a rat for leaving his kid, man. Someone needs to play catch with the sun. Chat, type a 1 if you want an IRL stream where we're playing catch with Nebraska's son. We grab some footballs, I get 2 baseball gloves, and we go play. Hey man, so how was school?
Well, it was bad. My father left me 10 years ago.
No, it's cool, man. So I don't have blue hair.
What do you think they talk about? Do you think they do politics?
I think they debate.
I think you should cut your dick off.
I don't think Destiny knows how to have a conversation that isn't a debate. He's like, no, what do you mean you're not going to cut your dick off? Like, well, what about the optics?
No, he's going to say, son, it's a nuanced topic. You don't have to cut your dick off, but if you ever grab that blade, like, come on, Steve, bro. No one. And why Destiny's a hero is because he abandoned the kid instead of filling him with the cutting dick off ideology.
Well, listen to how he's talking shit. You could stand up too.
Yeah. No.
You have very good Russian posture. You're making W Putin in the chat. Look at how
fucking hot, bro. I wish they could see her in person. If you see her in person, look at her. Doesn't it look like those animatronic humans? Like in person,
You kind of look like AI, yeah,
so kind of robotic,
a little bit.
like in a hot way. I look very organic, like I'm sweaty.
Maybe like TI-83 calculator, because bot implies some level of like ideological sophistication at least. Like a bot would know like more than like 3 lines.
He's playing video games like 4 years old. That's a
Yeah, a bot is a
great video
dude
game.
playing StarCraft like in his room while your kid is at home. He's 34 and he's gaming instead of look.
You know what's funny? If he put a backpack on, he could be the stealthiest pedophile. Like he could just enter in elementary school, just take the beard off, and no one would know he's a pedophile. They'd say, "Oh, he's late for class."
Like how how am I in a conversation where some dude is making fun of me for wanting context? Like.
Okay, this is the other thing. You've seen the World Economic Forum talk about how you will own nothing and be happy, right?
Oh yeah, he saw that and he's like, "Yeah, so what's the smoking gun, nigga?"
So what's the context? You'll own nothing and be happy.
Yeah. No, they're gonna say we're gonna kill you, and he'll be like, "Dude."
So source?
Yeah, source that bullet in my brain.
Yeah, this is what pissed me off is because like people like him, they like to avoid what they would. Where's the?
I'm sorry, it's just she raises the viewer count so high with her looks. We need to have her here. Like we're supposed to go on a date, and it's like, no, babe, we're going to work.
Why don't you go on a date?
Because now we're gonna eat. We're gonna go to that party. They have a bunch.
But you see the difference, Zherka? Like when I have girls over, you're constantly like you're saying, "Shut the fuck up, whore cunt." You'll yell at the girls that I'm.
I love it.
You dumb. I know, but the fact that you even want them to love anything that you're doing, you know, like I'm not gonna.
Well, do I want them to be uncomfortable? What if I just stay quiet like this? That's even scarier.
Well, you could just not speak to her, you know? Like I will purposely not try to make my friends' girls laugh because I know.
No. On content, when you're getting paid, you'll shut up on content. That's like, yo, if I stay with SNEAKO and his girl and everyone's girl on a Fresh Fit podcast and I go, well, I'm not going to talk on Fresh and Fit. I'm not going to talk the
No,
whole
but you'll
podcast.
do it off camera too. You'll be like,
Off camera, I've never
off
talked to
camera,
your
you'll be
girl.
like, shut the fuck up, whore.
Oh,
Like,
well, that's not a joke.
we're not
I
even
need it.
monetizing it. We're not. You scared her off. Oh, okay. You have to go to the bath. That's okay.
They always come back.
They always come back. So, what's your? Oh, no, I'm not going to talk to her. Yeah, I don't. I hate that feeling.
Dude, talk.
No, I hate when.
I want the views more than I want her.
Have you ever made one of your friends, your friend's girls laugh, and then you see him kind of tense up, and then get Adam Tony Tui? They're like, "Fuck!" They get angry.
I used to say to my girlfriend, I'd be like, "Why are you laughing so hard?" Like in the middle of the fucking, and she'd be like, "Dude, he's gay. The waiter is gay, John." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck. He could be bi and turn. He could sink his fangs into you and fuck the shit out of you." So anytime the waiter would make my girl laugh, I'd be like, "Yo, you're not funny. I get paid to be funny. You need to shut the fuck up." And then they spit in my food.
Do you think that this is
Why is that Aiden Ross's picture?
where?
You'll own nothing and be happy. That's who Aiden is.
Oh, this is Aiden.
It's like Aiden when he matures.
Yeah, so like Destiny will call me an NPC because they will post this. They'll post an article saying you'll own nothing and be happy and say you need context. Do you think that this is like, is this something where you need more context? Like, yes, there's more of an article. It's a link to something else where it says read more, but this is the context. This is the idea that they're putting out there. That's enough to be like, fuck, they don't want me to own anything. They don't want me to have property. They don't want me, they want to take over currency and start CBDCs. They want to have communities where they control everything. Like it's very simple stuff, but
I know. And this like sucked out the oxygen out of the nuance. Because you know, Destiny, they love to say, define this and where's the nuance? And bro, we could peel the onion 1,000 layers. It says you'll own nothing, nigga. You're gonna define nothing. Is it really nothing? Like, shut the fuck up.
and as the totalitarian government swoops in and then that Terminator society starts implementing, he's going to be like, well, what's the context of these planes coming in? What's the context of these bombs? What's the context of them storming in my house and taking my child from me? Like at a certain point, alarm bells should be ringing in your head. This is what their agenda is.
Well, why are you mad at
Wait.
it?
Because look at him right here. He's just basically,
Playing video games.
yeah, playing
I don't
StarCraft.
even know why you hate it.
I don't hate the guy, but it's like, bro, he gets. I hate the moral high ground all these liberals have.
Bro,
it's a very
Destiny-
leftist thing that they do.
Destiny is so weird. We'll like, so didn't you fucking abuse that girl, John? I'll be like, yeah, didn't you fucking abandon your child? As soon as we're done the podcast, John, I'll pay for the steak. I'll be like, okay, Steve. We just go back to being normal. It's not fake. We still argue, but it's like the tone is lower.
Yeah, there's no point. I mean, if you're not monetizing. I mean, that's what we do. We all go on a panel and then go home and talk shit about each other. I'll call up you. Thank you for the 20. Yo, SNEAKO, check your DMs, brother. It's about the creativity kit. Okay, cool. I'll check DMs. JetCam, W Creativity Kit, W Date IQ. There we go. How's the Date IQ going?
We got a bunch of pre-orders, and actually, Sonny Faz was like, Sonny Faz is like, he wanted to see if I'm full of shit. And so he made me pick up, it's on his YouTube. Go check it out.
Should we watch it now?
Oh, you'll like it. Yeah, it's fun. It's like a 5-minute video.
It's 20 minutes. I was going to watch it, but now you're here.
Oh,
it
no.
makes
I
more
don't
sense.
think he dropped 2, I think. There's a...
Okay, we'll watch a short one, but let's watch a little more of Nebraska Steve.
And he made that context comment, dude. If I was in a room with SNEAKO, Hitler, and Stalin, and somebody gave me a gun with 2 bullets, I would shoot myself in the head twice. That's how retarded that statement was. I couldn't believe.
What an atheist thing to say, to just immediately want to quit. Like that was actually a really telling moment on the panel. If you guys didn't watch the show, there's a moment where Nick Fuentes goes on this amazing rant, or this amazing speech. Basically, he was inspiring about how important family is and how important it is to believe in God. I don't know if you remember that, but he was just basically saying that that's our purpose and that's the most important thing. And everybody kind of perked up and listened, and he was just saying that that's what motivates you, and having a higher belief in something, that's what carries him through life. And everyone's like, yeah, everybody agrees. And then immediately, like, you see somebody like Destiny always talking about suicide, always frustrated. And while he's giving that speech, he's kind of like hunched over and like a little like autistic, looking at his phone and like swiping on Grindr, like it's just the proof. In that speech, you can see the difference between having faith and then believing in nothing and swiping on Grindr and playing StarCraft and looking at Subway Surfers at the same time and tweaking out on Adderall. Like, which one to choose, the red pill or the blue pill? Do you want to be tweaking forever? You always want to be yelling and complaining and ditching your son to play StarCraft? Or do you want to believe in something bigger? Watch The Sound of Freedom? Yeah, I want to see The Sound of Freedom.
Believe it. And then he was laughing about it. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Why would you make fun of me for wanting context on a statement? Jesus Christ.
Notice how he says this and then doesn't look for any of the context of it. It's just his way to cope for the fact that the World Economic Forum wants to take away everything. Bro, he's going to be eating the bugs. Like, source?
I don't know, man. I just need to... It's sad knowing his videos used to be really insightful. It's so funny the girl said that...
Yeah, he's talking about my OG videos in chat. You can still check them out. Like, all these people, they like to this is the shit that really pisses me off. These liberals who like, oh, I watched the old SNEAKO. I just put out 2 banger videos last month. If you guys see it, type of 1. I put out this video called Rat Race and How I Learned to Love the Unabomber. Both of the videos are some of my best work of all time. But these liberals who like, oh my God, SNEAKO's brain rot from the red pill. They don't even watch these new videos. They like to live in this like sad, oh, he changed, he used to be one of us. No. I just stopped believing in your eating the bugs bullshit narrative. Why would I want to listen to you when you're getting vaccinated 5 times and you're leaving your son to play StarCraft? I don't want to be like you. I'm not like you.
In your 20s, you changed a lot of SNEAKO, said in his 20s.
Where they at? They're on Rumble and they're on Twitter. I posted those videos, Rat Race and How I Learned to Love the Unabomber. I posted them on Twitter too, but you can check it out. How do I Learn to Love the Unabomber and Rat Race on Rumble and Twitter. It's in the highlight section of my Twitter if you want to see it on there, but they're on Rumble too.
He doesn't, yeah. He's a hot guy, Hassan with girls that make him dumb. SNEAKO called Lauren woke, far left, and called you a socialist despite knowing you personally. Yeah, he's just like, it's like buzzwords, yeah. Yeah, calling Lauren, who's a literal magatard, woke. Have you lost your voice?
I don't know if Lauren's a magatard and a conservative if she's in the room with me and you.
Yeah,
like, if she had absolute power over the world versus you and me, it would look very different for the women, depending on if they're Lauren's MAGA or SNEAKO's fucking wrapped up hijabi or my wrapped up hijabi niqab MAGA. Like, she's definitely liberal to us.
Yeah, it's and also he's acting like I know exactly what her politics are. Like I care about a woman's politics. I didn't take time to like listen to her takes about who is this woman. But thank you for the 20 golden. You guys are running the game. Keep it going, my boy Zherka. Russian girls with W. Stop giving attention to Adam 22. SNEAKO, I see the self-improvement. Appreciate you. Do you have cigarettes or no?
No, I can guess.
Okay.
You can be alone with her.
You sure?
Yeah. Dude,
okay.
I dare you to embarrass me. See how I open that door.
Yeah, she hasn't laughed at any of my jokes yet, so you're fine.
No, I don't care if they laugh at people's jokes. I care if you guys are having sex. Don't do that.
Laughing, but well, if you make her cheeks laugh and jiggle, then you make her cheeks clap and something. You can't make them laugh.
She said she hates you, so it's cool.
Oh, you hate me?
Oh yeah.
Why do you hate me?
She said
I
you're
don't
a
hate you.
total
I
cunt.
didn't tell nothing
You
about
called me a cuck too?
Yeah, she texted that. I got
No, what are you talking about? No.
Why would you say that?
No, I didn't.
You did?
No, you're just very, how to say, you hard person a bit. When we was arguing yesterday in the when it was in the fresh fit
She
basket,
said you're soft.
my friend told me that you are very tough. Like
was hungover for the first time. I felt like shit, man. But the point is, you are trying harder than me, but you're less effective. Like, I think you convert way less people than me because you don't. I like the poetry of scripture. You don't really like it that much.
You didn't see me. I sent you the video of me converting a guy on Monkey right after.
Quran is it's in my top 3 most poetic books of all time. It's very easy to memorize. Not memorize, but
it is the easiest of the books to memorize.
It's easy to inspire people with passages. I think you should master it better.
I think I need to learn Arabic, but I'm still getting better. I think you can lead by example. There's different methods.
You will never learn that language. Trust me. That's a hard language.
You don't think so?
No. Bro.
I think this was a good example. Like this dude, for example, Aiden trying to say that I'm like that I'm not drinking all the time, and then.
Bro, isn't Aiden? I don't want to attack him. Is he a degenerate?
I mean, he gambles and is like he was a lean addict. Like literally just fucking a white kid. What? How many white kids do you know drink lean?
Aiden is like, if you watch Aiden, you don't become motivated because you go, oh, that's a millionaire doing nothing. He stays in a fucking room that looks like a fun house. Fucking.
It looks like a playground.
No, those houses, they strap up for a psych ward.
It looks like an insane asylum
like,
for children.
Like I like when he's traveling and doing that stuff. It inspires me to kill it.
There you go. That's leading by example. That's why I travel and do this lifestyle stuff too.
Also, like Aiden and these influencers, I'm sorry to attack you guys. Not Aiden. Let's just say a different name, whatever. Because I'm too harsh on this kid.
You just want to get you're saying that because he wants to get on his podcast. That's why.
I want the clout.
And then after he gets the clout, then he's gonna go full attack mode.
And then I fuck your sister, Aiden.
Bro, what the fuck? This is why you got banned from his chat.
This is why he blocked me.
Yeah.
No, but why do you influencers have to stop pretending you're interesting? Like, there's nothing that happened in Aiden's life. He popped off before he even got life experience. There's nothing Aiden can teach you in a podcast that's interesting. Like, these guys who go on podcasts going like, oh, I'm going to get views like John Zherka. No, you're not. John Zherka has the most life experience on YouTube. Who the fuck? Imagine Aiden on the podcast and goes, I think, the difference for men and women is for my life experience when I popped off at 17 years old and it's like playing an MMO and you don't leave the island. You know the training ground when he's fighting snails. He's fighting snails and he's like gonna go teach us how to be a Dragon Knight. And then there's real Dragon Knights that go like, bro, leave the podcasting to the experts that been in. You've never had a real job. You're fucking
I've had a lot of jobs, bro. I was an Uber Eats driver. I worked at an office.
Bro, no, you weren't. Uber Eats came out recently.
I did Uber Eats when I was 19. When it first dropped, yeah. I can show you my profile picture of my account when I had blonde hair. I still have it. Like, every time I open up my Uber.
YouTube wasn't paying you?
No, I wasn't making a lot of money on YouTube for until like last year when I was
Okay, you've had a job, but you've never worked like...
I worked at Subway.
Yeah, so you've never had a job where you can't pay rent and you have 3 jobs and you're sweating like me and Chad. You've never been in the room.
That's not true. I lived in a house and I was paying for my bills, like filming for weddings and doing little side jobs here and there, trying to pay my rent.
You've never felt the weight of the world, bro. Be honest.
That's not true. That's not true. I dropped out of college when I was making $2K a month, and for a year straight, I wasn't making any money. I didn't.
Oh, you dropped out?
Yeah, I dropped out of college after 2 years, and I'm living in this house.
That's anxiety. Dropping out is anxiety. Okay.
And with no backup plan and like no job, especially after film school. Yes,
and you're living in a fucking piece of shit
I was paying $800 a month for a room in a basement when the thing was leaking. There's mold, my mattress on the floor, and there's rats in the house and cockroaches.
I thought you finished school. My bad.
No, I didn't.
And he made that context comment, dude. If I was in a room with SNEAKO, Hitler, and Stalin, and somebody gave me a gun with 2 bullets, I would shoot myself in the head twice. That's how retarded that statement was. I couldn't believe.
What an atheist thing to say, to just immediately want to quit. Like that was actually a really telling moment on the panel. If you guys didn't watch the show, there's a moment where Nick Fuentes goes on this amazing rant, or this amazing speech. Basically, he was inspiring about how important family is and how important it is to believe in God. I don't know if you remember that, but he was just basically saying that that's our purpose and that's the most important thing. And everybody kind of perked up and listened, and he was just saying that that's what motivates you, and having a higher belief in something, that's what carries him through life. And everyone's like, yeah, everybody agrees. And then immediately, like, you see somebody like Destiny always talking about suicide, always frustrated. And while he's giving that speech, he's kind of like hunched over and like a little like autistic, looking at his phone and like swiping on Grindr, like it's just the proof. In that speech, you can see the difference between having faith and then believing in nothing and swiping on Grindr and playing StarCraft and looking at Subway Surfers at the same time and tweaking out on Adderall. Like, which one to choose, the red pill or the blue pill? Do you want to be tweaking forever? You always want to be yelling and complaining and ditching your son to play StarCraft? Or do you want to believe it's something bigger? Watch The Sound of Freedom? Yeah, I want to see The Sound of Freedom.
My manager said, you and SNEAKO have the same problem. You guys want stimulation over dollars. You guys got to be more like Andrew Tate.
But what are you going to do? What's the point of having the dollars is another form of stimulation. That's just a different dopamine. Like, pick your poison. Would you rather have $30 million and not...
Dollars is not stimulation. Dollars means investing in boring shit.
Okay, sure. But here's the ultimatum. Would you rather have 30 million and no free speech, or free speech and 3 million? I would rather have 3 million in free speech.
I'm talking about your energy levels. You have more time to make more. You know what I mean? And
I am working harder to build the teams to do it.
What I'm really saying is, you're a real motherfucker that you don't fiend for it. But again, when you have kids, you're not going to be working like this. You're going to be working like this. When you have kids, it's going to be different priorities. Right now, you should be selling more shit. Like, yo, chat, one in the chat if you'd wear SNEAKO merch.
I'm working on
SNEAKO merch. What do you mean you're working on it? You've been on fucking YouTube 10 years. You're waiting your whole fucking life.
The samples are taking a while. They're going to come in next month, but I have a big drop coming. I know. It's slow, bro. This company sucks. I expected them to just be like quick, just boom, like you do the work.
You could force me to wear SNEAKO merch for a year since you made me. You could literally fucking force the people you made. And it's
I don't feel like
you're
doing that.
You're not greedy, and that's a problem, because I'm not saying you want to be a greedy, like fucking evil person. I'm saying get paid for your time. You've done enough truth telling. You sacrificed 2 million subs. Get a fucking $10 shirt out of this fucking nigga.
Yeah, it's gonna drop.
That's it.
Your job?